So now that we're ready to begin filtering, what we first need to do is set up the Zico Eco. First thing to do that is lift up on the latch for the tank, take out your 300 micron screen basket, place that to the side, and then reach in and grab your Pad filter, and then let's put this up on our work area so we have room to work. To put a brand new filter in, lift up on both latches on the side, sliding out filter holder, taking your micron filter, placing it directly underneath the latches, sliding that all the way down. So taking your filter holder, making sure that the smiley face is always directly pointed towards you, slide it directly underneath the latches, like so, and making sure it goes all the way to the back, making sure it's nice and firm inside. Taking both latches again, releasing them down. This secures the filter as well as the holder. Now to put it inside the tank, make sure that there's a positive seal with an O-ring. If it's damaged or frayed, replace it with a new one. I'll show you how to replace it. Just lift up, pull off the O-ring, get a brand new one, and slide it directly inside the holder. So after checking the O-ring, we are now ready to place the Pad filter inside the tank. But as you notice that there is a hole on the bottom of the tank where the O-ring will create its positive seal. To put it in the right way, make sure that the smiley face is always pointing towards you, placing it inside the tank, making sure you give it a firm press down. That's what creates the positive seal with the O-ring. Next, take our 300 micron screen basket, place on top of the tank, close the lid, and we are now ready to begin filtering. Before filtering, what you want to do is put on a pair of latex disposable gloves. These keep your heat-resistant gloves clean for the next wearer. These are the heat-resistant gloves that you'll be using for filtering, disposing of the oil, as well as cleaning. So to start, let us wheel up the Zico like this. But before we filter, we must first turn your fryer to off. Take your drain pipe and screw it into place. To where it's just about right straight down. Open up the lid to the Zico, opening it up, and then wheeling it directly underneath the fryer pipe. Make sure it's about halfway underneath. But before we do anything, we have to engage our brakes. So coming down, that's your brake lever. Pull it towards you, and it engages the brake. And don't forget to do the other side. So before draining your fryer into the tank of the Zico, you must first take out your grate for the fryer. To do that, just lift it up and place it directly. So now that we are ready to begin filtering, open up the drain to the fryer pipe. So it's about halfway open. And if you notice any spills, what you can do is just gently place down the cover, and it'll help with any splashes of oil. After completely draining the fryer, what we have to do first, though, is plug in our Zico Eco. So to do that, unravel the cord from the back, find your nearest AC outlet or an extension cord, plugging it in, and coming back around front, taking out the wand from its holder, placing it directly over the fryer. We come over to our switches. Oil out from off to on. And using the oil that is flowing out, we can begin washing down our fryer. Getting all the way into the back, the sides, and getting it to where it goes through the drain hole. Provided, we can come over and start scrubbing our fryer. In between the elements. As well as making sure all the walls are clean. So after using the tools provided, if you still notice any debris on the walls, you can take a green scrubby and start scrubbing the walls. As well as topping the filaments. Be careful not to burn yourself, that's why we wear our heat resistant gloves. So after using the tools provided, you can come and take your wand again, get the oil flowing out, and wash down all the debris that you have scrubbed off. So after about 5 minutes of filtering, what you can do is take the oil out from on to off. Let the fryer drain. After it's drained, you can come and close the valve to the fryer. Come back up to your switch. Your oil out from off to on, and it will replace all the oil that was in your tank back into the fryer. So while filling up your fryer with the filtered oil, if you begin to notice that it is sputtering, come over to your switches from the oil out from on to off. Wait 5 seconds and hit your back flush button. And then hitting from your oil out switch from off to on, return all the filtered oil from the tank back to the fryer. So once it gets done to about the end of the oil from the tank to the fryer, what you can do is get your oil out switch from on to off, tilt the wand to its side, back flush button for about 5 to 6 seconds, and then return the wand from the fryer to the tank holder. So after filtering the fryer, if you do have a following fryer that you will be able to filter, take out the Micron screen basket, take it to the trash can, gently tap to get all the debris out. But seeing as this is the last fryer, we can go ahead and close up the fryer, making sure again the drain valve is closed all the way. Unscrew the fryer pipe taking your temperature gauge and putting it to your setting. So after turning the temperature to your fryer to its optimum temperature, what you want to do then is close the tank cover, making sure it's latched into place, that way no oil can spill out. Coming over to the side, disengage your brakes. And do the same to the other side. And then what you want to do is unplug your Zico Eco from either the AC outlet or your extension cord, or so, and then wind up your cord on the back panel. And then after that is done, you can wheel it over to your dishwasher. We are now ready to clean. So after filtering the fryer and wheeling it up to your dishwasher, we will now be able to clean your Zico Eco. To do that, first place a cookie sheet directly in front of the Zico Eco. Lift up the latch, lifting up the tank cover holder. Take out your 300 micron screen basket, and then reaching inside the Zico Eco, take out your packaging filter and place it directly over the cookie sheet. And once that's done, we can take it and move it to higher ground. Once there, take your trash can, take your 300 micron screen basket, shake out all debris, gently tapping and placing that to the side. To get your used filter out of the pan, lift up on both latches on either side, slide out your filter holder, placing that to the side, grabbing it on both sides, flipping it upside down, and gently tapping. The filter paper will now slide out, and then you can take your filter pan and directly place it in the dishwasher, as well as the other components. And then after that, taking your used expired filter and placing it directly into the trash. To keep your Zico Eco cleaned, what you want to do after each filtering and at the end of each shift, just give it a good wipe down, making sure it's all free of oil. This way it maintains a nice clean look, making sure you get all sides. If your tank needs cleaning, what you can do is disconnect the yellow hose from the tank level, as well as taking out the wand and removing it from the carriage and either placing it inside the dishwasher to be cleaned, or have your dishwasher rinse it out. Before reassembling the Zico, make sure all components are completely dry, so therefore no water gets into the Zico Eco.